What's going on, YouTube? Clark's Hotshot, man. I'm gonna show you guys real quick how to change your fuel filters. It's one in the front, right under the master cylinder. I'll show you guys here in a minute. And then there's another one up under the frame, right on top of the drive shaft. So it's kind of simple to me because I used to be a mechanic in the Army, but some people you might not be able to do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to do this shit. All right, so all you need is 1/2-inch drive wrench. You need a 1 1/8 socket or 28 in metric. You need a filter wrench, and you need your front filter, your rear filter, and you also need a drip pan. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get under the hood, and I'm gonna show you guys where I'm changing this filter at. So this is what the filter looks like. It also comes with a O-ring. Go ahead and put that back in the box so I don't lose it. So the actual housing to the fuel filter is right there, the black top right there. So right at the top is where your 1 1/8 socket goes. If you look down at the bottom, there is a yellow little knob right there. That is where you release your fuel that's actually in the fuel filter reservoir. So I'm gonna go ahead and release that. See if I can get down here. I do have my drip pan under there, if you don't see it. And I'm gonna go ahead and loosen that up. All right, so if you can see, it's running down right there. It is running down. Make sure my drip pan is catching it. It is catching right there at the bottom. So once that runs out, we're gonna go ahead and take the top off. I'll be right back with you. All right, so we got our wrench on there. Now some people do use a 1/2-inch extension, like a 12-inch 1/2-inch extension, but if you ain't scared to get your knuckles a little dirty, well, I got gloves on, so I can't talk, but still, you can get down there and get it with just your hand without actually having to go get a 1/2-inch extension. So we are on there, so I'm gonna go ahead and loosen that up. All my fluid has ran out, actually still dripping a little bit, but we're still gonna go ahead with it. Go ahead and take the top off. So I'm gonna go ahead and start loosening that up. All right, camera shut off. So once I started loosening that up, the top did also start sliding off. So we're gonna go ahead and take that off. All right, so we got that off. That's the top of it. As you can see, the filter is right there on top. All right, so I did have to get some pliers and stick it on the inside of that filter to snug it up, because that motherfucker would not want to come out. That's what my damn filter was looking like. And the damn light just came on. That's something I should have checked a while ago. But when I got the truck, I didn't change it. I just went on with it. Wait till the light came on. Don't let your shit look like this. All right. So here's our new one. Now there is an O-ring at the bottom. At the bottom, right down here. If you get a flat head, go ahead and pull that O-ring. Just had it. There it is. That's the old O-ring. So when you're new one, make sure you put a little lube or grease on there when you put it back on. All right, maybe you guys see a little better with that light. That's where the O-ring was down there at the bottom. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the new filter on. Sorry. So get up under there. Drop that new filter in there. Make sure it's not moving. All right, so here's the new ring. I already put a little lube around there. I'm gonna go ahead and stick that on the bottom, right where the old O-ring was. Yes, I do have a 2015 Dodge Ram 6.7 Liter Cummins diesel. All right, so got that on there. Now it's time to just put the top back on. I'm gonna go ahead and hand tighten it before I put my 1 1/8 socket on there. Got my socket. Now I'm pretty sure there is something in the manual with foot-pound torque or something, but if you're a basic mechanic, you should know what tight is. Oh shit. What tight is. On a boat or anything. Nah. Alright, got that on there. Last step on this front one, we're gonna go ahead and righty-tighty to turn that valve off. And that's the front one. We're gonna go in cab. I'm gonna show you guys how to prime it up to fill that reservoir, that fuel filter reservoir back up. All right, guys. So we're not gonna start the vehicle up. All we're gonna do is put it on, and we're just gonna keep cycling through. So we're gonna turn it off. We're gonna do it again. What that's doing is priming the actual full fuel filter housing. So that little filter is filling up right now. So that's 2. I like to do it about 4 times. And once we change the back one, we're gonna do the same thing when we come back in the cab. Now we're gonna do it one more time. And when you're priming that up, make sure you look up back under the truck to make sure that valve was shut off and nothing is dripping. All right, that should be good for the front. Now we're gonna go to the back. So as you can see, the back fuel filter comes with a O-ring, 2 O-rings, one for this side and one for that side. Go ahead and get on the truck. All right, guys, so we are up under the truck. Here is the rear fuel filter. So it's a sensor right here inside the fuel filter Here's the plug for it that you unplug it with. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and unplug this. Might need 2 hands to get on here. All right, so we did get that off. So if you push down on there and pull it back, I had to use 2 hands, but if you push down on there and push back, that'll come off. Now all we gotta do is take the actual filter off. All right, so I'm back at it. I had to run the Oreillys to get another filter. Hopefully this one works. But I did forget to tell you guys, it is another knob right here that you want to release. Don't want to get no fuel on it. You want to release that to get all the fuel out of the rear filter. And make sure you tighten it back up once you finish. Get back. I have seen some people put like a little hose on the end of that, just so it runs and don't get all on your drive shaft. But right now, it's gonna have to work. Once that all gets out, oh, it look like it already got out. So my new filter wrench, which is right here. I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can go ahead and get that off. All right, guys, so I had to use 2 fucking hands to get on this damn filter. This shit was a bitch. I'm pretty sure the shit ain't came out in a while. Came off in a while. But what I did was, went ahead and just start turning, just like that. Once you start turning, you're gonna get some fuel coming out. Once you get it all the way out, all you wanna do is just turn it over in your drip pan. Turn it over, let it run out. Now we're gonna go ahead and get this sensor off. I'm gonna put on a new one, but I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna show you guys. All right, guys, so we back at it. So here's the sensor. I already got it loose. All you need is some pliers and just start turning. You might need to get some extra help. I had to get some extra help to hold the bottom of it because it is kind of slippery once it come off. So somebody got to hold the bottom of it and somebody hold the pliers to turn it. So once you turn it, don't take it all the way off. So once you take this sensor off, the actual O-ring is right there. So you just go ahead and slip that off. You might need some kind of pliers or something. Take that old one off. And here's the new one. I'm gonna put some kind of grease or lube on it. I already put some on there. Just gonna put it on there just like that. You're gonna get your new one. Go ahead and start putting it back on. All right, so then you're gonna take your channel locks or pliers. You want to over tighten this, just hand tight. Alright, good right there. Now, on the other side, you want to get your other O-ring. Go ahead and stick it on there. Just like that. Make sure you put lube on there. All right, we're gonna go back on the truck. All we're gonna do is screw that back in, plug your sensor back in, and we're good to go. All right, guys, we're back at it. So we got our new filter up here. Go ahead and start turning. All right, we got that on there. You also want to make sure your drain plug right here is tight to the right. All right, so before you put the sensor back in, you want to go ahead and tighten your fuel filter off. Alright, we good on that. Now we go ahead and plug our sensor back in. Alright, now we're gonna go back in the cab, we're gonna prime it, and then we'll be good to go. Alright guys, so with the engine off, I'm gonna go ahead and prime it just like we did it before. 4 times, we're just gonna turn it. Alright, last time. And this one, make sure I'm gonna go back there and make sure there's nothing dripping on the ground back there. Alright, so none was dripping on the ground back there. What we're gonna do now is don't turn the truck on. We're gonna go ahead and reset it in our system on our truck. So we're gonna go to vehicle info. We're gonna find the fuel filter. There we go. We're gonna hit reset forward. Confirm reset. Yes. Alright guys, so once I started the engine, it did go ahead and reset. You can see it's 99%. And that's going to conclude the video, man. I'd like to show y'all a game, man. I was a diesel mechanic in the Army. I just like to show y'all some stuff that I know and, you know, make it more easy for y'all on the road. To be honest, I called them just to get a quote, just to see what they say. They were trying to charge $700 just to change those 2 filters. So this is an easy way to save money, man. It's Clark's Hotshot, man, and I'm out of here.